We got the official date for the Xbox and Bethesda event this summer. We got a stealth drop of another game coming to Xbox Game Pass, Starfield. Some big leaks have come out, and there's been an interesting saga surrounding those leaks and how they came about. And smart delivery, a very great feature on Xbox, but now we know why smart delivery works and why you have to use it when playing the next generation games. All right, and we have some big news here. The moment a lot of us have been waiting for, the date and the time for the next Xbox showcase, the Xbox and Bethesda games showcase. It was officially announced, and it's going to be on Sunday, June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Great to see. It's on a Sunday, it's on a weekend, so if most people or a lot of people will not be working when this is going on. I'm sure some people still will, but it's better than having it just smacked in the middle of the week when a lot of people aren't going to be able to watch it. So very, very exciting. Sunday, June 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And they say here the show will feature amazing titles coming from Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, and other partners around the world. So, I mean, we're going to see a lot of stuff here. Lots of games, I'm assuming, lots of games that have been previously announced, ones that are coming out. You could definitely expect Starfield. I'm guessing you're going to be able to expect Redfall. And besides those two games, I mean, there are so many games in the work at Xbox Game Studios. Here's just a quick list of stuff that is currently being worked on. And from here, I mean, some of the ones that I would love to see, like Hellblade 2, hopefully we see more about that. Would love to see some Avowed. Be cool to see that Pentiment game that we've been hearing the smaller team at Obsidian is working on. Forza Motorsport 8. Be really awesome to see how they are working on that game, how that game is going to look overall. There's always going to be huge comparisons between Forza Motorsport 8 and Gran Turismo 7, and I think Forza Motorsport, with the debacle in terms of the release of Gran Turismo 7, can really take advantage of that and give just an amazing simulation racing game without all of the extra baggage that Gran Turismo 7 had. The biggest one of all, I mean, Starfield, that's the biggest one. I would say you can almost guarantee you're going to get some gameplay of Starfield at this event. I mean, this is what Bethesda does, right? This is what they do. They show off gameplay. They show off the game in depth just a couple of months before its release. And if it's going to be releasing in November, still as planned, then we should expect to see some good gameplay video of Starfield. So extremely, extremely excited about that. It'd be cool to see Indiana Jones, maybe get a quick glimpse of as to what we can expect from that game. But I mean, there are so many games that Xbox can show. All of the Xbox game publishing stuff, all the rumors we've been hearing about that, the Kojima stuff, and all the other ones like Project Indus, Project Dragon, Project Belfry, Project Shaolin, and then more about Us Like Falls and Contraband, all that stuff. So it should be an extremely, extremely exciting event. Now, sticking on the topic of Starfield, there have been some crazy rumors that have circulated over the last couple of days. It's kind of been an entire saga, starting with Skullsy TV and Special Nick, and then Jason Schreier, and then an anonymous Reset Era poster who was confirmed to actually be a former employee at Bethesda Game Studios. So it all started off with Skullsy posting a list. I can't find the list anywhere. It was on Twitter, but it's all been deleted and everything now. And Special Nick kind of quote tweeting that and saying that, hey, this list is similar to rumors he's heard about Starfield. But then that later all got debunked as being BS, essentially, that there was nothing on the list that was true. And it was debunked by Jason Schreier, who said that he can't corroborate any of the rumors, and most of them from who he has asked, who are his insiders, I guess, at Bethesda, have said that that list is BS. And then confirmed that this person here, who's also commented on Bethesda, Heavy008, which now on Reset Era, but which now I believe is trying to delete their account for breaking the NDA and everything, is actually a Bethesda employee who gave us some information as to what is coming to Starfield, how the game is being in development. Is it going to meet the release date and all that type of stuff. So it's confirmed some stuff that I think people wanted, people had already expected. But it's crazy because this person says that they had just recently left Bethesda Game Studios, so they would technically still be under an NDA. And it seems like they have broken their NDA to leak some information about Starfield. And here's what Heavy008 says. He was asked about Bethesda as a place to work and just about the game in general, and says it was cool. It was a cool, solid place to work, very secure. The engine is a piece of crap, though, talking about the engine that they're using to create the game. Todd is a charismatic guy for sure. Starfield is looking good. Weekly Thursday playtest since the beginning of the year. more and more stuff coming online. Shooting feels alright, flying is terrible at the moment in my opinion, just not fun for me. Lighting and stuff is looking better and better, though it's not on the level of Horizon Forbidden West or anything like that, but still a good looking game. In terms of if it will ship on time, well, they will try, that's for sure. They'll cut what they did too, etc. They have an overabundance of content, probably too much, so that's not the issue. Finding the fun, of course, bug fixing is the big thing. It's a sexy date though, and you only get one of those. Beta is this summer. That's when the picture will truly become clear. So this is big just because, I mean, they've confirmed stuff here that was kind of hinted at. We kind of saw coming, but was never officially confirmed, which is definitely breaking the NDA. And that is the ship flying. That's the main thing that they confirm here, is that there will be the ability to manually fly a ship in Starfield, which people were debating whether this was going to happen or not. But if you take a look at Starfield, you take a look a lot of the trailers, I guess you could say, that we've seen, like the person in the ship starting it up and getting ready to fly it. It pretty much is hinting that you're going to be able to fly a ship within the game. And now it's officially confirmed here by this person who has, again, been confirmed by Jason Schreier that he is somebody who has worked at Bethesda Game Studios and isn't just making all of this stuff up. There are other things in there that have people talking, such as the engine being crap, as they say here, or that the flying just doesn't feel great in their opinion, and that they're looking for the fun and all this type of stuff. But this person's a character artist. It's one person's opinion. It doesn't in any way mean that this game is in trouble or bad or that it isn't going to be fun, but overall just giving their thoughts as to where they see the game right now as somebody who has left Bethesda Game Studios. And when it comes to this person's profile, like if you go to Reset Era here, you can see that they're trying to delete it. It's pretty much gone. They know that they've made a mistake by releasing this information. I hope nothing bad comes to this person. I mean, they didn't really give us they didn't give us anything that's going to ruin the game or anything, but obviously stuff that we didn't know about, like the beta specifically, we had no idea about. And then the flying officially being confirmed. But I mean, the hype for Starfield is insane. It's going to get out of hand between now, June 12th, and then between June 12th and the official release date. But people just need to be patient. This game is around the corner, and the less you know, the more magical that experience is going to be when you just jump in. All right, just a quick announcement here about Xbox Game Pass, and that is that NBA 2K22 just randomly, surprisingly dropped onto Xbox Game Pass. You can go ahead and actually play it right now. It is currently available. They did this last year as well, I believe, where they just randomly dropped NBA 2K21. So this seems like this is going to be a yearly occurrence similar to MLB The Show, which just continues to add to the value of Xbox Game Pass. It's the best place to play games pretty much for any genre: indies, first-person shooters, sports games, RPGs. It has them all, and it's always great to see them adding games from specific genres into the catalog, so you have more variety depending on the type of games that you like. So one of the greatest features on Xbox that we've seen proven to be the best way to get the next generation of games when you're comparing it to the PlayStation 5 is smart delivery. We've seen countless examples of just the crazy steps you have to go through to get the current version or the native version, depending on the console you're playing on, of a PlayStation game when you're comparing it to the Xbox Series consoles, where you just pop in your disc or you download it and it automatically gives you the Series X or Series S version without any hassle. And I would say smart delivery was one of those things that when they first announced it, they first talked about it, people were just saying it was a buzzword, it's not going to do anything. Clearly, it's made a huge difference in just the quality of life and experience on the Xbox consoles. But there's also people out there that have asked about not being able to upgrade to the next gen editions of the game. And Eden Marie, who is a engineer lead at Xbox, gave us a perspective, gave us an insight as to why you have to upgrade it to the native version. So the question here is, can Xbox add an option to not upgrade to the next gen edition of any game so it can be played off an external storage device, as some games force next gen? Why can't install the last gen edition and next gen act like a DLC as an optional pack to download? So I mean, that's a relevant question. That's a question that I think this isn't the only person that's asking this. Sometimes you just don't really care about getting the next gen version. I'm not really sure why. Me personally, I would always want to play the best version, but let's say it's a smaller game and you don't want to have to run it off of the internal hard drive, and you don't want to have to delete anything. you would essentially be able to just keep it on an external hard drive. And Eden Marie says here, part of smart delivery is a promise to the developer that consoles will only run the native version designed for it, greatly reducing the bug surface area and need to test cross-gen compatibility. So no. So there you have it. I mean, if you've been wondering why you can't do this, why you can't go back to the older gen versions of games, I know people have been asking about this. Why can't they do it? A lot of it probably has to do with the fact that you have to store the Series X and Series S version on the internal hard drive. The internal hard drive is small, and sometimes you just want to keep certain games on your external hard drive without having to always uninstall and reinstall. And I can understand that, especially with the price of storage. The storage thing with Xbox right now is, I still think, very convenient and still works very well. I was hoping by now, though, that they would have some more third-party manufacturers creating those cards to drive down the prices, and they haven't yet. But hopefully we will be getting that sometime in the future, because the external storage price for the Series X and S is still very, very high, and some people just can't justify paying that, especially when you look at the price of the 1 terabyte card and compare it to the price of the Xbox Series S. It's a big ask for somebody who's going out there and buying a Series S, being one of the main reasons that it is just a cheaper version of the console that you get to play all of the next generation games on. That's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all of this stuff. Are you excited for the Xbox and Bethesda event? What do you want to see at that event? Are you going to be jumping in to some NBA 2K22? What do you think about these Starfield leaks and rumors? And what are your thoughts on smart delivery? If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.